everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to the Aiding Therapy Services channel. My name is Emily and I'm the owner and primary therapist at Aiding Therapy Services. I wanted to do just a quick, short little video today. Initially, I had wanted to start with a different topic for 2022, but given some of the events that have happened over the last week, I think it's important to address this now. So I don't know how much you all have been watching the news or reading the news or anything like that, but obviously we've had some pretty serious devastation that has occurred over the last week here near where my office is. Fortunately, my office is outside of the burn area, and I'm of course referring to the Marshall Fire that occurred on Thursday, December 30th. So my office is intact and able to be used and whatnot, which is great. But it's left a lot of devastation. And on top of that, there's been all kinds of mass shooting over the last week that I can remember hearing. It's not a great way to start the year for a lot of families, of course. And with that, I thought it might be important to just share some resources that I think parents especially will find helpful. And the resources I'm narrowing them down to for the moment is on how to talk to kids about mass violence, because unfortunately in the U.S. that seems to be something that occurs on a pretty regular basis, and then wildfires or disasters of that sort. The resources are coming from the National Center. Hold on, the acronym is NCTS, which the NCTSN, which is the National Child Traumatic Stress Network. I apologize, I had to double check and I wanted to make sure I get the acronym right. So the National Child Traumatic Stress Network has a lot of resources that are available to other providers, such as therapists and parents and whatnot, but it can be a little bit difficult to sift through that. So the ones I went ahead and pulled some of the fact sheets that would be helpful for parents and families, and I'm going to link them below in the description for you all to get and review at your leisure. The biggest thing with that is keep in mind that anytime there's a big event, whether it's a mass violence event or a disaster event of some sort, not only are kids going through the trauma and the grief that comes with it, but you as an adult are as well. And it's easy to try to focus on the positives, and that certainly helps, and dark humor helps as well, but to give ourselves a little bit of grace for some of the reactions that you may have. For those of you who are parents, you might snap at your kid when your kid's asking, when can we go home, and there's no home to go home to. Or you might just want to break down and cry, or whatever the reaction is. Those are normal reactions. I really do my best in my practice to not pathologize emotions. Anger is just as normal and acceptable as an emotion as is happiness. The biggest thing is what is the reaction that you have while you're in that emotional state. So do something that makes you feel good. Hopefully not a maladaptive coping skill, but if you feel like you need to read a little bit, if you want to just cuddle, if you need to go on a run, having a routine is really helpful when it seems like there's chaos all around you. And also to know that you are going to mess up and that it's okay, and just to give yourself grace. You don't have to be perfect in navigating the stress. So I'm going to link the resources from the NCTSN. Also feel free to, especially with young kids, Sesame Street has a lot of great characters and stories and resources to hit most life situations. So definitely check those out, and if nothing else, reach out to a crisis center. People are standing by all the time for that. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all have a better year than last year. And if anything else, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much.